Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to another live show on the channel. Tonight we are discussing about the centre-back and right-wing situation that we really need to strengthen, and who do you think we should go for in this transfer window? I've got John with me tonight. How are you doing, John?
Big up to Pete, mate. How are you doing, man? You okay? And even to the chat as well. And I've shared the stream as well. So hopefully I'll get a couple more comment in as well. Starting with Carlos to NUFC.
Nice one, no problem, John. Nice one. Mason's not here tonight. He's out watching South Shields play tonight. I did ask Tony, but Tony is playing darts tonight. So it is just me and John for tonight. Well, you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's show, please do give us the thumbs up. That really does help us up those search results on YouTube. So please remember to hit the likes on both channels. Please, of course, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And, of course, make sure you do pop over to John's channel as well. This has been stream shared on John Sinclair TV. So please do go and subscribe to him if you haven't already done so. And, of course, please do remember to hit the bell notification. That does let you know whenever a live show is taking place or whenever a pre-recorded video has been uploaded as well. So do hit that bell to make sure you do not miss anything that goes on this channel week in and week out. And if you'd like to give a donation, feel free to do so. Even if you want to become a member, it's 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member, and you'll be put into a prize draw we do on the channel as well. We'll dive into comments that have come in already.
Can I just say something quickly, Pete? Just very quickly, right? Just a bit of breaking news, right? It's not football related. It's football related, but it's extra related. What I said about last night about Adam and the FC 48, right? When I had a bit of a rant. This morning, thanks to Mr. Kaviani, the King of Qatar, I blocked him and he apologized to us on the third DM, and apologies have been accepted. What he did was wrong, and not only that, he took the tweet down as well. I've got to say big up to Adam NUFC 48, right? Oh, Andy NUFC 48. I'm sorry, not Adam, Andy NUFC 48. Thank you so much for coming on and apologize to us. It takes a lot of flipping guts to come on and say that, especially through DM. And listen, at the end of the day, we just want to talk about football. He knows I'm a YouTuber, and his last words were, keep up the good work and do what I'm doing.
Yeah, nice one, John. That's good to hear as well. Brian, good evening. I think Eels is under massive pressure from the board. We know Mitchell is our director of football, but unfortunately it's Eels who has the final say according to the Athletic. And what I saw in the stack on Saturday, interesting. I heard Darren Eels was at the stack on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to go there on Saturday. I was unimpressed. I've never seen a CEO dancing before, says Brian. I'm thinking he wasn't good then, was he? I remember when he first came in, I saw him with a pint in his hand joking about, have you ever seen a Mackin in Milan? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a CEO behaving like this before.
Delia Smith on the pitch.
Yeah,
that's as well. But, yeah, the thing is, though, right, I don't know anyone else has mentioned that. So I know a lot of people's been saying to us and said that, I know Dan Nielsen's came in, trying to whip up the fan sort of thing, whether it's a good idea. Everyone's got an opinion of their own, right? But for me, if I was Darren, right, in my opinion, he should go out and help Eddie and Paul bring some new players coming in. And that's what we need.
Absolutely, yes, totally, absolutely, John. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well. Rant over. Sorry, guys. It's just how I feel about our CEO. I'm not a fan. The fact that it's Tuesday night, we still don't have a centre back, or at least over the line paints a picture. I'm patient. Yeah.
Think so, Pete. Right? Brighton has done 140 M's, right? And we're a bigger club than Brighton. Brighton's done everything right. They've bought a young player street. We should compete. The players Brighton the sport. We should be getting those kind of players, yeah? I take Ruto all day long. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Lawrence. Good evening, Carl. It's in now. You have to ask yourself a question. Or PIF get ready to sack Eels. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully that's not the case. Julie thinks Eels are safe. Good evening to you, Carlos. Good evening to Ruffy. Hope you're well. Good evening, Martin. I don't think he is. Julie says, Brian. Good evening to Seaside Tooney. Good evening, Renee. Good evening, Coffee. Good evening, Lee. Only 11 days left of the window. Yes, we know. So that clock is ticking. Absolutely. You're welcome. Coffee. Good evening, lads. Real one, speak facts. Tell it, say it, tell it. Facts, say it, and tell it as it is.
Now, he's a big United fan as well.
Yeah. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well. Vardy is my goat yesterday. Game about Spurs. Yep, got the equaliser and could have had a second nearly.
You could have done
as well. Can you see Newcastle keeping a hold of Bruno and Gordon? Yes, I believe we'll keep a hold of them too. Him as well. Good evening, Tom. Hope you're well. You know, people just saying hello to each other. Good evening, Geordie as well. Good evening, Mr. ADB. Hope you're well, Andrew. Good evening, John and Pete. Hope you're well, Gareth. Good evening, Snattle. Evening, all, please, with the links to the poll. China Dynamic at the back. John may know him.
Do you? Do you, Pete? Do you know them? They got Stato, by the way, is on Tundo here. Hope you're well, and
it was good to see you. It was good to see. It was good. It was good to see you on Saturday as well, Alex. And cheers for coming on the fan reactions afterwards. You made Brighton looking good. Yep. Ian, people just saying hello to each other. Stato, Brighton can spend though because they've sold well. Well, we haven't. Yep. I've got a theory I would like to suggest. Don't want to it. I think it's getting close, says Andrew. Okay. Brighton have been helped by player sales. Our record sale is still 35 million. Yep. Again, people just listen hello to each other in the chat as well. No more signings, no way we're getting anywhere in Europe. Hopefully we'll still get somebody in. Oh, it looks like
Tom.
Oh, good grief.
Right, Chelsea.
Good evening, Alfie up as well. Up the tune says Boyan. Pearson a lot of Stato. Guay was linked to keep going happy in the tune. However, since Liverpool are now ready to get rid of Gomez, I seriously think they are going to sign both, says Andrew.
One thing I'm going to say on that one as well, right? If they sold Anthony Gordon, then you're going to have to ask the question about our ambition. Because at the end of the day, right, if you're going to win trophies, Anthony Gordon has got to be part of that. Because I tell you now, you can't sell players like Gordon to a rival club and future rivals, yeah? You know, it's just hand Liverpool to tell if that's the case. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely, John. You pull dance like John. No more signs. What do you guys think? Or do we have enough? We'll still need more in through the door, I believe. What do you think about Liverpool buying Mohamedashvili and loaning it back to Valencia? Why didn't we do that? Again, you got a question. Were we actually linked with him in this? Or were we actually in for him in this window? Or there was talks that he would have been guaranteed a lot of first-team football because of Pope still playing with us. Still here as well.
I tell you what, we've got to keep Pope. We've got to keep Nick all season for me. Yep. Even in cup games, right? If playing cup games, Nick Pope has got to be number one keeper if you are to go all the way this season.
Yep. It would also suggest to me that's why there's been no money spent, because the board may have a think of how walking. I don't think Eddie Howe's going to walk. He said to this in a lot. Well, Alex Styles says, "Couldn't help myself. Sorry, boys. It's fine, man. Gotta have a bit of a laugh, though. Nothing wrong with a bit of laugh. Give him the great work. Cheers, my man. Cheers, my man. One question to John: who do you want in transfer window? I know it's a centre back or right wing. Well, we're going to be talking that during the show.
We'll talk about it any.
Great to be able to have opinion, yeah, guys. That's the main thing. Yep. Do you both think that Palace or Delaney move for Mark Gay to try and cause a bidding war? Newcastle and Liverpool.
You know what it is, Dean? Right, it's a very good question for me.
I don't think Liverpool in for him.
If it's going to be a bidding war, right, then walk away. In fact, I'll have my opinion on that in a minute, yeah. But I still think Chelsea are coming for him. I hope I'm wrong.
We'll see.
They may come for him.
Chelsea shouldn't. Even I've seen the pundits yesterday. Carrick and Neville says, why are Chelsea still signing players? They need to stop signing more players. Also, Brighton made a profit of 123 million in the last reported financial year to 2022 to 2023, so can spend big. Oh, well, there you are. We are hoping to keep an Almiron. All due respect, any serious club sends them to the other 21s until he's found a club. That's how we sell players right up. Yeah, well, we've done that with Freeze, haven't we? Pete, we have 10 days from 11 p.m. to sign players. Fans are wrong. The window closes 30th this year because of new Europe format. It's next Friday.
That's my birthday as well, Pete. That's my birthday as well. 30th of August.
Chalobah's ready for me. Centre back, says Andrew. Interesting. You never know. He could be mentioned. These clubs were supposed to be getting competitive with stronger, and we're getting weaker. I wouldn't say we're getting weaker. but we do need to strengthen. Brighton still conceded for over 100 million. Trossard for 30. Their squad are on the half the money. Ours is on. Yep. One more, Chris. Do you think Leicester are going to get relegated or not? It's too early to tell at the moment. I think I did predict them to go back down, but it's still too early windows. That was a good point you got against Spurs of all teams as well. Is all true the Premier League teams are thinking of seeing Man City? Possibly. Oh, yeah, where's the main man? He's out watching their South Shields tonight. Chelsea needing a triple-decker team coach. Oh, absolutely. Well, that gets me. We're prepared to spend 70 million on Guy when we can get Braithwaite for the same money. Well, we can. I think Braithwaite's been quoted. I think no, was a Braithwaite not quoted at about 75. I think he was just a little bit more expensive. We'll have more of Tonali and Bonds this season, says Lawrence. Absolutely, yep. Chelsea can get Guy cheaper as well because they have a 20% sell-on clause, but he will go back to a club that shipped him off in the past. I highly doubt it. Well. Speaking of a release clause with Ivan Toney, looks like he's off to Saudi Arabia for about 50 million. And that's going to result in us getting apparently a sell-on fee as well.
Yeah, and also as well, you can kiss his England career goodbye as well if he goes there.
Yeah. Big up John and Chat, says Russ.
Big up Russ.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I predict Leicester to finish 18, but looks like it could be proven wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea needs some players like Brora to Ipswich. Yeah, I think they do. Never heard anything, Andrew. Tony, what a waste. I said I wouldn't take him back. I know what you discussed yesterday as well. Right then, so let's get into it. So we'll look at the centre backs first. Right. We know that of course, this man is our top target. We know he's the top target that we're looking to go for, John. Of course, Marky. Right. We've had 3 bids turned down. 4th bid is, I've not heard anything to say it's officially rejected. But do you think we should walk away from the Gay deal now?
Yeah, 100% for me, Pete, because you know what it is, right? I mean, this is my take, right? It's just I don't know if people agree with us or not, right? But I don't think that Palace really want to sell Mark to us. And I'll tell you for why. Because Palace thinks that Newcastle are a threat. And also they think Palace thinks we're on their level. So I think personally, right, and I thought this all around, that they'd rather sell Mark Gui to a Champions League club, yeah? And that's what they want to do. They probably listen to and say, look, you could do better than Newcastle. Go to Liverpool, go to Chelsea, go to United, go to bloody City or anything like that, so if they can call for you, do you know what I mean? But they don't really want to sell us Gay to us because they think we're at the Palace's level. But I could be wrong, but however, right, we made 4 bids, right? 4 bids. That is the thing. And let's be real, right? I mean, Gay, if he really wants to come to Newcastle, he could put a transfer request in. But he ain't going to do that.
Personally, I know there was a lot of us fans question his performance on Sunday against Brentford because he apparently was at fault. He didn't have the greatest of games. Now, a lot of people say, oh, no, there's no way we should go in for him. Or has his head been turned and there's a distraction that's making him causing I personally think he wants to come here.
Yeah, 100%, Pete. He wants to come because he knows we're a project, we're a big club. And
I mean, no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but their position is mid-table.
Yeah.
Is finishing mid-table, staying in the Premier League. That's what Palace's ambition is. And Steve Parish, look, if you haven't seen his interviews, look how he's been so unprofessional about this as well.
I agree with you, Pete, 110%. He's bigging them up. He's going around, drumming up interest from other clubs. Say, come on, other clubs want to come for him. Let's drum it up. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool are biding their time. Yeah, if they sell Joe Gomez, and I think Joe could be off in this window, and then they're going to go in and get Gahey. They're going to go for Gahey. Yeah, I'll go with Alex as well, or other people in the chat. Walk away now, right? Just don't put eggs on one basket. Yeah, go out there, go to Sporting Lisbon, and go and get someone like the Mandy, or go for 20 up to 25 mil on Logan Costa from Toulouse. That guy could defend absolutely properly. Because I tell you one thing, right? Brighton are looking after him as well, right? This guy is 23 years of age, right? Plays in the Ligue 1, right? I know people say it's not one of the biggest league in the world, right? But that guy, he's quick, 6'3", he's got speed, he's got pace, both footed, he can play out from the back, and he hit long passes as well.
Yep.
I tell you what, right? I mean, I don't know what's going on with our scouting, right? I mean, who's our scouting? Is it still Steve Nixon? Because if it is, then I think he needs to jump up quickly. Because I tell you what, right? Go out there and get him in. Paul Mitchell is our sporting director, right? He knows a lot about football, right? When he was at Leipzig, he got the best young players to come into the German club, yeah? Why can't he turn our club into, like, say, Leipzig? Do you know what I mean? Get the best young players coming through, like the Seskos, the guy from Lens. Go and get them in, yeah?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, Pete, we got, 10 days left. We need a defender and we need a right side of mid. At the minute, we're not ready. I don't feel ready for the Prem yet until we get these two guys coming in.
Personally, if we don't hear anything on the fourth bid on game within a couple of days, we should consider definitely be pulling out.
Walk away.
Because it looks like they're trying to play games with us, and we're not here to be mucked about with. And Steve Parish, despite being the parasite he is, because Palace fans do not like him as well.
No, they don't. I heard that as well. That ain't good. Because at the end of the day, right, he's just he's only a vice chairman. I mean, a lot of people say he's a chancer. Do you know what I mean? He's like Mike Ashley, yeah? Just trying to drum up interest in other clubs, yeah, and try and create a bidding war, yeah? Go out there, just spend probably 70 mil. There's other defenders I'll buy for 70 mil, or probably less than that as well. Much less than that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruffy says Branthwaite plays as a left centre-back and he's left-footed. So Canate's going from it. The fact is we need a right-footed centre-back. That's where we need to be looking at now. Apparently it's on Sky Sports. Certain teams are thinking of seeing man. I've just wrote that one. I won't take Tony back either. We have 10 days. The window's closing a day earlier to 30th of the season, not the 31st. Yep. Only Chelsea could loan a player for 20 million, see him flop and re-sign him for 45 million. Yeah. I don't see us going to go Gomez as an alternative. We won't sign a player for the sake of it. We will only if they improve the team, and Gomez arguably doesn't, and he's 27, so hardly young. I mean, 27 is still quite young. Apparently, Julie Keith Downey has come out and said there's no negotiations are still taking place.
Well,
absolutely crazy.
It's been a long negotiation there, because I tell you what,
personally, if we don't have anything from this week, we should just say that's it. We're moving on. Villa got to sell as well. What about Konza? Konza is a pretty good centre-back. Yeah, but again, it's not a player we've been linked with. Chelsea need to stop buying players. Absolutely, they do. What we not on Palace's level? What you Chapman? Well, ask Steve Parish that. The absolute clown he is. Newcastle should sign a collie, but Leicester sign a collie now. Oh, interesting. Walkaway Stato says they are better out there for the same price. I will lower the same price. Yep. I agree, PD, but at what price? Says Andrew. Yeah. Absolutely. We way above Palace. Yes, we are. Pete, to be fair, Branthwaite and Guy are both not better than Tapsoba, Tomori, Inacho, all below 50 million. Yet Eddie wants defenders who's shocking in the Premier League. I mean, Guy's not a poor defender. He had a good Euros, to be fair to him. I personally think he wants to move away from Crystal Palace. He wants to try and better himself. And again, I've said no disrespect to Palace. Their priorities is mid-table and staying in the Premier League. They might get better as a team, but I could be wrong. I think why did Elise go to Bayern Munich?
Yeah. I mean, you said about Bayern Munich.
Why did Elise go to Bayern Munich?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because he wouldn't move there, and B, Palace had the release clause was met, apparently.
Well, it was a release clause, but still, because Elise is a good player.
He's a brilliant player.
At times, he is really too good for that. He was too good for that team. Even Pete says Walker Ray, Diamandi, 50 million, or Logan Costa, 20 million, both about 21 play time to get better in. And Eddie Howe, that's a good point there, Pete.
I tell you what, though, right? I mean, that's a good point there by Peter. I'll buy either of those. Inicio, he's left-footed, though. That's it. He's a left-footed defender.
Yeah, we need to look at right centre players. That's right-footed players.
I think Tapsoba, 6'4", he's left-footed as well.
Because we've only got shared now, but who could be facing a three-game suspension. Lascelles is injured. There's no other right centre back. I know Kraft plays there, but again, that is the only option. Palace thought more teams would make high offers. Well, they haven't. Has Matt Summers been signed by Brighton? Anyone know? Not that I've heard anything.
Not what I heard of, nah.
Parish has come out and said Palace on and Newcastle. That's a load of rubbish, that. It's sickening. I agree, that is sickening. I mean, the guy's a clown. He's a clown. Evening, lads. I still think we get Gain a right winger, which hasn't been mentioned, I reckon. Yeah, hopefully that does happen. What's his score prediction for the weekend? We'll be doing that when we come to the preview. So do stay tuned for that. Anyone dread us going to Eddie's Bournemouth next game? Do you know what? No. I believe we can get a win down there. We will walk away soon. We'll probably already held talks with the targets, but won't firm up interest until we know we aren't getting Gay. That's a good point Jack's made as well.
Good point, Jack. Brilliant.
And Newcastle should say Fatu, and he's our star boy. Well, we've already got a new striker in Osula, so I think we got something going on. It's on to quite. They could pull something off without knowing and not telling the media. That's a possibility. Palace already have pre-agreement for Max since Lacroix to replace Gay. I've heard about that. So our Palace probably also are waiting for a replacement. Could well be as well, maybe.
Interesting.
Last one, guys. Would you prefer Chalobah and Madueke or Gay? Oh, see, Madueke's a winger. Chalobah, is he that good, Chalobah?
The thing is, though, I think he wants to stay. In my honest opinion, I think he's a London lad. I think he wants to stay in London. Mm-hmm. I really do believe he wants to stay in London. And I think he'll end up going to Palace.
Tristan says, because Darren Eales is a joke, he failed at Liverpool, went to Atlanta when he got him, they won nothing in the MLS. I'm sorry, Mitchell is class, but Eales is a pisshead who wants to be the attraction, says Tristan. Okay.
He was at the beer garden as well in Shishuku as well in Japan. So he turned up for that as well.
According to David, apparently we've appealed the red card. According to, that's on TalkSport.
That's the first I've heard of. That's the first.
I've not heard anything as well.
He's
not saying for anyone yet, Andrew. Big up, Peter and John. Hope you're well, Mick. Shelley, this loan now target has to be a joke. He needs sold. Target needs to be off the wage books.
100%. I mean, look, he's on 100k a week.
You guys catch TalkSport's top 10 Premier League stickers today. To be honest, I can't be bothered to tune into TalkSport because they're such a biased group at times. So, yeah, I take Diamande, and that Mindy lad looks good. Should sign him. Oh, wait, what a fumble. Yeah, well, unfortunately, what's done that? PSR. Go for Mohamed Simikin, centre-back and a right-back, says Daz. Interesting. I've never heard of him. Cool. Thanks, Ian. Matt Summers is on a free. Thoughts, guys? He is on a free, but he's well into his 30s.
Yeah, he's 35 years of age. He'll be 36 in December. But if you want to get him for experience, it'd be ideal. So you teach the younger players to defend properly. Him and Botman at the back would be amazing. But for me, I mean, look, I still think he'd do it in the Premier League because I still think he can do it.
Yeah, could well do.
Easy.
Tapsoba Tomori. Tomori's not better than Gay, says Jack. John Scalvini release clauses less what Gay price. That's how you know we are wasting money, says Tristan.
Tristan, I think that's a good point there, mate. I'll watch this guy. Scalvini plays at Atalanta, 6'4". He's powerful. He plays in the back three. Can he play in the back two? Yes, he can. But for me, he's Premier League ready. But one thing I'm going to say, right? I'm going to ask you a question, right? How many Italian defenders, right, has made it in the Premier League? How many Italian defenders has been successful? Not very many, unfortunately.
Look, Koulibaly was one of them, and he flopped to Chelsea big time. He was one of the best in Serie A, but came to the Premier League, he was all over the place.
Yeah, he's Senegalese, not Italian. But you're right.
And he's Sociedad are after him. Tapsoba is a right-sided centre-back. He could play all across the centre-back role. Yep, he'd be classed for a reason. Why not buy that guy from Wolfsburg, that Palace one for replacement, gatekeeper? Well, again, are we in for him? Maybe that's not one of our targets. On a free, he could be like, even Andrew said he would take Hummels. Should go in and get Maxime Lacrosse, so that's the guy. Or Logan Costa, Andres Christensen may be available as well, that Barca. cannot register Olmo.
Christensen's an interesting one. He's 28 years of age,
Yes,
Danish international, and will he leave Barca? Probably not, if I'm honest with you. But I can't see it. I can't see giving up Champions League.
Absolutely. Paddy Cole Palmer has won PFA Player of the Year award, according to Coffee. Interesting. We got to get rid of the Deadwood. We have to. Love this channel, PD and on. Cheers, Darren. Apparently won the MLS, didn't they? Yes, absolutely did. Strikers, yep. We not appealed it according to Radio Newcastle, says Ian. Okay. Thierry Henry above Shearer, what the fuck? Definitely not. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're well. Diamande, shit, people only want him because of Football Manager. Well then. Wouldn't be surprised if he played like Kelly at left back against Bournemouth to shore up the defence away from home. Was shocking last season on the road. We'll see what happens. What the lineup will be on Sunday. Why does PI get PSR Premier League and get PSR not La Liga like Real Madrid? I don't know. God knows. Scalvolini's probably done his ACL, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is sad. That is absolutely sad. I hope we should have speedy recovery, man.
Anyway, guys, I'll let you keep up the good work. Sure, guys. Thanks for letting your viewers participate. Take care, everyone. Or you can stay if you can still tune in, Andrew, unless you've got things to do. Then that's okay. John, you have no arms at the top.
Oh no, I'm just judging it now. Like, I mean, that is strange, man.
It is. Can see us bringing a centre back and right wing from Francis Mitchell. Has a lot of contracts in France, Peter. Could well do. John, hope you're okay after the trolls. After you don't reply to them, just block and move on, says Darren.
That's what I'm doing. There's a guy, right? I mean, I'm not going to mention it yet. Everton to NUFC or everything Newcastle is so that guy tried to be clever and I played this game and he didn't win. But we'll move on.
AC Milan won't sell either Tomori or Chow as they only have 4 specialist centre-backs as Kalulu has been loaned out to Juve and they need squad depth for Champions League. Interesting.
Very.
Peter, are you doing the deadline show next Friday? I'm not sure because normally it would be the Crazy Football Live show. But again, there's a transfer taking place, so we might want to keep up with that. But we'll let people know what is going to come up. Nick Nax this evening. Peeps. Vardy has 103 goals. Second is Alan with 93 goals. Interesting. Sorry about Berriton being a dick at the weekend. Worked against us in the end. Well, that was it. He was embarrassment to your team. And to go down like that is just absolutely... He's just embarrassed himself. And he went in with his head as well. And he should have walked as well. Well, look, we'll end up with someone like Harry Maguire says, God, hopefully not. But anyway, let's go on to another topic because we have been linked with this guy, even though there's not been a forced official played. But do you think if we don't go for Guy, someone like Chow would be good?
I'll take him, but he does want to come to Newcastle. He also stay AC Milan and call to a post in Italy. He said that he doesn't.
You see, AC Milan's got loads of centre backs now. That's the problem.
Yeah, the thing is, though, apparently Kalulu's gone to Juve on loan. Yeah, so you need squad depth as well. So, and that's why I cannot see him going to leave AC Milan. So they got Champions League football, and I just cannot see him giving it up. Like that's why it's gone quiet. Do you know what I mean? So it goes to show, right? I mean, Milan said they won 40 mil. We offered them 30 mil, right? And then I think it'd be really good acquisition for Newcastle United. Yeah. Quick, young, I think he's a really good player, and he's happy at Milan. I just can't see him leaving there at the minute because he said he wants to stay at Milan for Champions League.
Fair enough. But Chow, I think he would be a cheaper option to Guy anyways. I know there's been interest, but no formal talks have took place. Even that was quieting down as well. But I think Chow's a really good centre-back in my opinion. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Phil says we could play as a back 5 with Craftburn and Kelly as centre backs, Tino and Hall at wing back. We should be playing 5 at the back. 3 centre back, 5 at the back. No, we should be.
No.
One main from that.
Just play the way we've been playing. Yeah, don't change the tactics to suit Bournemouth.
For the 3 games. No, I wouldn't. Is the Guy deal dead? Not yet. Apparently talks are still ongoing. Chow was reluctant to leave Milan, says Jack.
No, he's not.
See,
staying
said
at
he
Milan.
won't come to us, he'll stay there. Novich says, good evening, PDP and John. Hope you're well, Novich.
Big
Right,
up.
because then, right, yeah. So again, more names have been mentioned. This guy's been mentioned as well, and that's Joe Gomez. That's another guy who's been mentioned as well. If you again possibly don't get Gay, but Joe Gomez, I don't think I'm entirely fussed on him, to be fair. Like, I mean, even we discussed this yesterday as well, John.
Well, again, he's an English defender, 45 million Liverpool asking for, 27 years of age, right?
I mean, 40 odd million for a 27-year-old.
Top clubs will still pay for that, but
Well,
we're not in the position to pay for that. They will, but we're not in the position to pay that, Pete. For me, he's injury prone as well, but when he does play, he's a really good defender when he's injury free. But for me, it's no resale value. I agree with Jack there. However, what I'd rather do, right, is just go out there and buy a young defender. Do you know what? I'll follow the Brighton role, the Brighton mode, because you know what I mean? Because look, they get some good players coming in.
Yep.
And go out there. Do we need to look out? I don't know what happened with Paul Mitchell. Is he working hard enough? Do you know what I mean? But he should be out there getting the players coming in quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because we have been so slow in the transfer market, yeah? I mean, Eddie Howe's come out and said that it's been a slow market, it's been a tough market. No, it has not. A deal is there, it's in place. It's always in place, yeah? There's teams going out there. Southampton's spending, Ipswich is spending, Brighton is spending, Bournemouth is spending, right? And also as well, even Leicester is spending, yeah? Why are we not spending? Why? We just made 68 million quid, right? That money should have been shelled out. Yeah, I know we've paid Lewis Hall, yeah, but there's money there. The problem is, right, we need to buy now, Pete, because I tell you now, right, we got players leaving at the end of the season, yeah, and out of contract. We need to get them in quickly. And I hope Paul Mitchell's got eyes in the fire and get the players in, yeah. We should be buying every single season, just improve on the squad. We ain't got that. Now, we still got players at the club are deemed not good enough, yeah, or needs to be moved on. Never happened, Pete. Hasn't happened, yeah. I mean,
again, are we too loyal to the players, or we because the wages we've given them? Is it hard to get them off?
This is the problem, Pete, yeah. He just said the word there, Pete. Loyal, yeah. We're not a family. This is a football club, and we've got to be ruthless. We all win things, yeah. There's players there. It's been there for a long time, yeah. I'm not going to improve. We know who they are, yeah. And I'm going to keep saying it and saying it and saying it until I'm blue in the face. They're not good enough, yeah. Get them in. Get some serious players coming in. If you've got to treat our club like I said, Dortmund or Leipzig, right, by young players and send them on the profit or do the Brighton model, cool. I've got no problems with that at all whatsoever. But there are still players are not good enough. Sean Lonsdale cannot get a new contract next season. I'm sorry, he cannot. No way. Yeah. Miguel Miron, right? If a side comes to him, he can go as well. Yeah. We know he should be going, Pete.
Again, a player that just doesn't want to leave.
That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? Well, don't pick for the 25 then. Don't pick for the 25 and then hasten the move. Yeah. I want to win trophies. You want to win trophies. Tony wants to win trophies.
Yep.
Paul, Alex, Billy wants to win trophies, right? People in the chat wants to win trophies, yeah? We haven't won a trophy since 1969, yeah? And that is 55 long year. We haven't won a domestic trophy since 1955. I was born in 69, right? And we haven't won a trophy in our time.
That's it.
Come on, be ambitious, people. Just say, I want to win a trophy. All the people saying top four, right? That's not the be all and end all. Get us a trophy and the players will come to Newcastle United. Yeah?
Absolutely, yep. Ruffy says Chow had a shock against Torino, own goal and responsible for second goal in the 2-2 draw. According to reports, AC were 2 up at half time. Interesting. Jack says that we should be getting him on the cheap as what happened to Tonali. They knew what was coming. Good point there. You say Tony's made 27 injury prone, no resale value. Says Jack about Joe Gomez. 45 million for an injury prone player. Gomez and I get gone. Liverpool. Demirel take a centre back. Alalia would now wonder if they would help me out. I was surprised this Gomez is a solid defender as well. We should have got Hussein, the young lad that went to Bournemouth, 19 years old, 6'5" in class on the ball. Apparently looked unreal on his debut, according to Jack. Interesting.
Fact. He's a fantastic young player. Played for Roman season on loan. 8 out of 10 last season, that guy. Absolutely. 8 out of 10.
Sometimes worth biding your time to save a few million quid, though. Yeah, absolutely. Questions for you both in Newcastle in 10th place this Christmas. Would Eddie lose his job? I thought he could well and truly do that.
I tell you what, we finished 4th 2 seasons ago. We finished 7th for last season. Okay, injuries hasn't helped. And 10th. Yeah, that's not really progressed, isn't it? Regressing from 4th to 10th in 2 seasons. That ain't good. Yeah, we love Eddie, but he knows that he's got to do better. They've got no European football at all. Yeah, we've got no excuses. We have got to finish as high as we can or win a trophy. For me, if we can win a trophy, top 4's a must.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but if we win 10th place, I don't think Eddie Howe would be here anymore.
I can't see
Newcastle signed Soyuncu and Mahrez. Not
for me. I wouldn't. I mean, Mahrez in a couple of years ago, 110%. Mahrez was a fan. He's world class. I don't care what anyone say. This guy is world class, and he's a big player for Man City. They've moved to Saudi. I kind of see him leaving.
Yeah, absolutely. Cloud says we cannot afford to make a mistake in the transfer window. Gomez, 20 injury prone. We need replacing in 4 years, where someone like Guy would be our centre back for the next 10 years. That's a very good point there.
Very good point.
It's a very good point there.
Very good point.
FFP is tight at the moment. Can't be throwing money around like confetti. That is a problem as well, unfortunately.
Didn't stop Brighton though, but like he said, he made 140 mil.
So well, they did.
140 mil.
Do you think there's a power struggle between Howe and Mitchell, and that's why we are banking on Guy and haven't heard about foreign options? No. Maybe Guy is our number 1 target.
Can I say something? Sorry, Peter, no comment you out. I mean, Mark's made a fantastic point there. I mean, we said for about a month now that Howe and Mitchell has to get on. They must get on as a team.
They have to.
They must have a connection there. If the connections ain't right, then I think Howe will walk. That is the thing. He didn't know that Mitchell's going to come in. He had no idea. That's one thing. I could tell you that now. Right away, he had no idea if Mitchell's going to walk through the door. He must have been shocked.
Possibly, yeah, could well be.
And that is that sort of thing. But it's all about English players, yeah? Let Paul does his thing, right? And that's that. That's what with Eddie. Like, football's moved on. You can't have a full English players in the quarter. Do you know what I mean? But I love Eddie. But I want to see the best players in the world, your best players in the world, doesn't matter what nationality you are, to play for Newcastle United.
Yep, absolutely. Phil Mitchell would have signed someone by now. And we all seem to be looking at English players better value abroad. Well,
thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter.
Newcastle will get more goals, says Renee. Yeah. Bang on, John, about being too nice to players. Absolutely. Target another player to go as well, just a bench warmer. Yeah, he is. Whatever the club are planning will be revealed on Thursday. Would not be surprised to sign 2/3 players from right of our expectation. Same with the outgoings. Boom, says Norwich. Longstaff was class on Saturday. What do you think, John? He did very well.
I think he did very well. But he's got to do it every single week. He cannot do this once every 5-6 games. He's got to be consistent. And he's got to be on point, and he's got to raise the standard. You've got levels, speed, and standards, yeah? There you go. You got to keep going higher and higher and higher. I've got people saying the reason he stepped up is because his plays under threat by Tonali.
Because Tonali is close to returning back. The low league teams take chances on transfers. Big teams tend to go for established players. Yeah, absolutely. They do. Miggy would just see how his contract and the reserves. He had aggressive personal terms, but he wouldn't accept the transfer fee. So if he really wanted him off the books, he'd be gone. Yeah, it's another problem.
That is the problem. Yeah, one good season, he gets a new 3-year deal.
Renee, don't mention a Leicester player challenge impossible. And he goes, but love us to move for Terzic agreement. Right, yeah. Thing is, with Guy, you know, he can do a job in the Premier League. Signing forward players is more of a risk. It can be because he probably haven't had Premier League experience. It works. It's either it'll work or not work. In my opinion, if the owners do not back Eddie in the window to see the pressures on how is unfair, to have Crawford as a backup to share at centre back would be shocking. Yeah, absolutely. Newcastle should sign Fofana.
You said Fofana. If it is Youssef Fofana, it's just signed for AC Milan.
No, that's it. There you are. Then that's the case. Well, then, which brings us on to the last one because again, another rumour has been linked, and that's this guy, and that's Chalobah from Chelsea. Yes or no, John?
The guy's got talent. Chelsea fans loves him, right? And under Eddie, I think this guy can improve. 6'3", I think he is 6'2", 6'3". He's pacey, and Chelsea would love to lose this guy because he's a really good defender for me. But if Eddie can improve this guy, it'd be Eddie. Would he be the first choice? Probably not. I'm not going to lie. But at 25-30 million quid, I think it's worth a risk taken. But at the end of the day, I think it can get better and better as a centre back. So if you get him, I think he'd do really well. But for me, he'd not be my first choice.
Yeah, he's not my first choice either. I mean, it's a hard one, that one. Some people rate him, some people don't rate him. It's a tough one on Chalobah, like, as well.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one for me to. And another thing is, he hasn't been playing much football, but that's not his fault. That's down to Chelsea being run like a franchise, not a football club, like a franchise. And that is what it is, Pete, because look at the players they've got. 43, 44 players they've got at the club, yeah? Only picked 25. There's been a lot of unhappy players at the football club, I'm telling you. I mean, João Felix is the latest signing, by the way.
I know. That was it. Again, it's a tough one on Chalobah.
And I think Tosin's move from Fulham to Chelsea looks to be a bad move as well. Can he get in the team, can he?
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. It's a hard. I'll give the guy a chance if he got him. I'm not over that stuck on him. I mean, but I would give him a chance if he did go. If we were to go on for him, that's it.
100%. Got to give him a chance, but we've got to give him a year's grace and see how he does. You know what I mean? But we're not going to be negative. But we both know that if they don't perform, we praise them if they do well, and if they don't do well, we've got to say how it is.
Which one? There's millions of Fofanas. Chalobah will be a great buy, says Nick Knack. Renee says he means Wesley Fofana.
Yeah, look, listen, right? He had 2 bad injuries, right? He's a really good defender, but I thought he played well against City, yeah. But unfortunately, players around him let him down slightly. But I like this guy, but I can't see him in Chelsea. But if he's available, I'd take a punt on that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Totally. Oh, it looks like there's a transfer from Fabrizio Romano. Nottingham Forest are on the verge of getting Alex Moreno with a loan deal.
I think that would be a good signing for them. That'd be a good signing for them, to be fair.
That's an interesting one, that one. Fofana, so far, a player made of glass. He was in top full end of last season, isn't he? Not being funny looking from the outside and how Con used the not being backed excuse because he doesn't want anyone to go and we need to sell to buy. For example, he wants to keep Wilson and Trippier. Wilson's just injury prone. Trippier, we don't know what his future is at the moment.
Well, the thing is, though, I get a lot of people saying that I think it's time Newcastle's done. Hopefully wrong, but we have to see what happens. But it doesn't look good.
That's it. When Amanda and me dad, deals were getting done straight away. Well, they were, but they're not here anymore. That's the thing. That's the thing. We've got to accept they are no longer here anymore, unfortunately. And they have a year left, and we either make money now and lose them on a free, and we can't keep doing that with FFP, says Jack. That's an interesting point. If the club have bid 65 million for Guy and then end up signing nobody, would have been wondering if there was something in the boardroom, says Clouds. Yeah, possibly. Whoever signs Chalobah will be there gaining Chelsea's loss. Mick would take a risk on Chalobah at that price. Something gone wrong. I think I knew what you meant there, Clouds. John, how much was he? Jesus Christ. I don't think John's going to answer that one.
Well, I think you need to speak to Macy, Devils United. She'll tell you. I'm not a United fan. I'm sorry, but
Lewis Smiley has 3 brothers, but they're all midfielders, not a single right winger, says, yeah. We ain't signing no one joke of a window. I believe we will. I'm not giving up yet. Chalobah's a great attitude, very grounded. We should get him on loan. Eddie would work his magic with him. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a positive thing. Good point.
We won't get big cash for Wilson or Trippier, though. Not now, we wouldn't because of their age. Why are we being linked to buying from our competitors such as Chelsea and Liverpool? It strengthens them having the money we spent yet another season to buy from abroad, says Mark. That's an interesting point there.
There's plenty of talent abroad.
What's happening with the young Serbian centre-back we just got? That's an interesting one. I'm not sure what's happening with him, to be honest. But we'll wait and see. Chalobah's 25 and he's not the player to improve our squad, says Tiger. Fair enough. We can't control Steve Parish, take the piss, to be fair, so can't be annoyed that it's dragging on. He's just playing games. Was Wilson transferred to Saudi Arabia? There was rumours about that. But again,
he should have gone to Atletico Madrid. He should have gone to Atletico Madrid if they offered 18 million. 18 million. We would have took that. But Eddie said no.
But then no European football this season. Squad doesn't need the same depth, but we still need some players in. That's the problem. Chalobah could just need the right club, and that might be giving us Eddie's track record of improving players. Good point there, Ruffeed as well. Even in John and Pete, what about centre back Brandwaite from Everton? Brandwaite's a left centre back though, and as a left-footed player, we need to look at right side and right winger Rafinha. But again, his wages at Barcelona are crazy.
Man. Crazy, man. Too much money. That's the problem. So, I mean, look, listen. I mean, we need a defender. We need a right side mid. Go abroad. You get some better ones there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll look into the right winger side now because we have been linked with some names there, but again, nothing official. See, the right winger a lot of people would be Kubo, but again, there's no been discussions about him. But the players that we have been linked, so I've got 3 of them here.
Yeah.
Also, there's been rumours about this guy, and we've talked about this on other shows as well, and that's Nicolas Gonzalez from Fiorentina. And you think this guy's really, really good, John?
100%. I mean, the good thing about it that he's quick. He plays the right side. He's quick, direct, skillful, left-footed as well, and he scored 25 goals in 85 appearances for Fiorentina. Yes, he's got injury records not the best, I'm not going to lie. But the bad news is there's rumours he could be off to Juventus. So I'm forced to say, Pete, this guy could be soon to be crossed off very, very soon, unfortunately. But he ended up going to Juve, and I think he ended up staying in Italy as well because Juve looking for a right side and mid as well. And unfortunately, he's the one they're looking at as well. It's nothing confirmed yet, but it's looking that way.
Interesting one there because I think he is a good player. He's a really good player as well. Again, we need to sort that position side because we've only got Miggy and Murphy. Is that right-sided player at the moment, unfortunately, and that's why we need to look in for a new winger. Again, he's a great player, but do you think he's definitely off to Juventus, John?
It's looking that way. For what I've heard, it's looking that way. It's not confirmed yet, but it's looking that way, unfortunately. So I just kind of, Atalanta want him as well, but either those two, I believe, is going to go there.
And yeah, interesting one. Get Sergio Ramos, far too old now. Fans would have kicked off more if we sold Wilson or Trippier in January and couldn't find replacements. That's a good point, Lawrence. Very good point. If money goes to Saudi, how about Wilson and cash for Mbeumo? See, Mbuemo's a good player. That's the one that there's been rumours, but there's nothing being official. I don't think has there been any interest in Mbuemo in this window?
No, not
that I'm aware of.
No one ain't linked to him, by the way. I tell you what, I take him because he's got Premier League experience, you know what I mean? And I think he'd do a wonderful job for Newcastle. Just the winger we need. He's so direct, he's skillful, powerful, he tracks back. I think he'd be fantastic.
Yep, Chalobah won the league under Conte as a starting centre-back, according to Phil. That's an interesting point there. If Tony goes to Saudi... Oh, just read that one. What about the Chelsea winger? Again, he might be in there as well, so... It's been the same rumours for weeks. Our journalists haven't got a clue. They've mentioned Alanga, Madueke, Nicolas Gonzalez. They have, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nick Knack thinks Raheem Sterling on loan would be a bad signing. Not anymore for Sterling. The guy is like watching Bambi on ice now, unfortunately. He's not the same player. He looks a total flop, unfortunately.
Who's that, Pete?
Raheem Sterling.
£320,000 a week. And he's got 3 years left on his contract. So for me, I'll say no. No way.
He's completely flopped since leaving Manchester City.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just reading on quickly on Juve website, and according to the report, say Juve encounters 2 hurdles in attempt to sign Nico Gonzalez. They've got to overcome 2 things as well. If I can just find it, Fiorentina are willing to sell him, but only on their terms. And also, they have signed Alfred Gudmundsson from Genoa as well. So the Argentina's feet are good. So at the end of the day, right? I mean, look, they will sell him eventually, and I believe Juve will be the club to go to.
Interesting one there, John. That's a good point. If the owners didn't invest in the team and you constantly get mid-table results, is there any point in trying to expand or get a new stadium? The fact is, we will want to expand because the other people, because the owners, that other people will want to try and get a go for games as well. I mean, it's been 52,000 for many, many years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Man City expanded their stadium. Arsenal...
No, they moved.
Yeah, well, but they definitely expanded Etihad. I'm pretty sure they.
They expanded it. Sorry, I'm sorry, they moved, but
yeah,
expanded.
Of course. Man City expanded Etihad. Even Liverpool have expanded theirs. Arsenal did move to a new stadium quite some years, 2006, but they're holding 60,000. Whereas Highbury was quite a small ground.
Yeah, 38,000.
Spurs are into a new stadium now.
Yeah, 36,000. Moved down the road, 60k, 61,000 capacity. For me, right? I mean, if they can't raise the stadium at St James's, they might have to be the new one, Pete. To be fair, to cope with the if you want to make it a 65,000 capacity, you have to make the new one. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, but you got to go with the times. If you don't go with the times will go without you. Do you know what I mean?
That's
we
a
have
good
to move
point.
on. Don't move too far. Don't move too far. But how about Elisis?
Definitely. The Gallagher could be extended. I'm pretty sure the Gallagher Den could get extended.
It can be. But
when story of PIF buying Vasca da Gama, some of their fans on X said we should go for Eric Marcus Winger. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
It would be embarrassing if we bought Gomez and Liverpool use that money to go buy Gay for 70 million.
That's a flipping good point, man. That's a very good point. Don't buy him for the sake of them buying.
Nick Knack thinks says Sterling would do a job. He looks totally. Well, look what's happened. Look what's happened to him. He missed the first game.
Who's that? I mean, who's that?
Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, we know what's happened. I mean, you got Maresca speaking like a puppet, yeah. He's got to do as he's told, you know what I mean? What he's saying is telling lies, you know what I mean? But we know Sterling's going to go, right? It's just a question of where. And he's going to pay the 320k a week.
What about who plays for Real Madrid? Oh, they'll be on high wages there. Or Spurs winger. Is that... Who's he called?
Who's that plays in Madrid, yeah?
No, Spurs winger. I think I know who he's on about.
Kulusevski,
that's him.
Or Decky. I'll call him Decky.
But again, he's very hit and miss though now, Kulusevski. That's the problem. Kenneling for PSG. As PSG have just signed Didier Doué from Rennes. That's an interesting one, actually.
Wow.
People are saying, think PIF are going to sell up. No, they're not.
No chance.
I think with us going for Lisi, we missed some chances for right wings. Missed with us.
Suli, Nicolas Suli. He's a good player. He's a kind of young player. Do you know what I mean? He played for Frosinone on season-long loan. 11 goals last season for the Southern Italian side, and highly rated. And Yeah, 22 million to Roma. They are spending bigger this season. They spent over 90 million quid this season, Roma.
Paul Mitchell has been disappointing so far. No one can disagree with this. I'm giving him time. You've got to give him time. Came 7 last season. That's all he mid-table. Oh, no, Rennie's going on about Timo Werner. Absolutely not. He's been stinking in the Premier League. Werner's a waste of time. Already proven at Spurs that he doesn't cut out his level. He's been horrible. He was shocking for Chelsea, and he just didn't. And he was no better at Spurs. Yes, but they get to 6 football consistently. Can't really judge a player on what happens at Chelsea. The club is a basket case. Yep, Malcolm from Saudi will come on. We need to look at abroad for signings as the Premier League clubs are playing hardball with us. Newcastle tax, that's it. Share out like a month. How we not gone in for centre-back? There's so many in Europe, but hopefully there's something going on in the background. Paul Mitchell is a fraud. He's definitely not a fraud.
Nah.
PSG, look at his track record where he's been. PSG won a Cannon League goal. They already rejected an offer and for Napoli for him. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
PSG, interesting. I was saying this month go, any player we go for now is a panic, but everyone kept saying we have plenty of time. Look at us now. We off. I don't think we are. I think there'll be something happening, surely, within the next few days. Sounds crazy, but Anthony from Man United on loan for a right wing will be a right wind up. Oh, definitely not. He's been stinging in the Premier League as well. Problem is, Premier League clubs don't need the cash except the bankrupt ones like Everton and Chelsea. Well, and Everton, are they going to get more charged with FFP? Surely Chelsea should be clamped down now for the power players they are spending. It's absolutely unbelievable. It really is. Would you go for Martial? No.
Definitely no chance. He can get in the bin. Not a chance. I tell you what, I'd rather
totally faded away.
Pete, I'd rather sign Taylor Swift than that guy, I'm telling you.
Okay, we'll move on to another winger. There's been a lot of talks because apparently Paul Mitchell, soon after Japan, went to go and look at this guy, and that's Baris Yilmaz from Galatasaray. The fact is, I think he's a decent player, and I don't think he would go for a lot of money as well. I think he had a good World Cup, a good Euros as well, John.
100%. I mean, he's like 30, he's quick and quite skillful, direct. And you know what? I mean, Turkish players, they could be hit and missy, to be fair, when it comes to the Premier League. But I think this guy's ready made for the Premier League. I think it'd be a really good acquisition if we do get him. But I think he's really good.
Yeah, I think he is very good, John. I mean, apparently, if Paul Mitchell went to go over there to scout him, since the players since they're returning from Japan, I don't think this would be a bad signing. He's he's quite younger, and I don't think he would go for a lot of money as well.
Yeah, I don't think it'd probably a lot of money. I think Galatasaray will sell for the right price. I don't know how many years left he's got on his contract, but it seems that they're willing to sell. And I think this guy might fancy his chances coming to the Premier League. I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be a really good acquisition.
So Yilmaz, you would definitely take a chance on? Yeah, I would.
I'd take a chance on him.
Very interested one. Suspect Gay will stay at Palace, says Nathan. We'll wait and see. Gomez to Newcastle. Joe Gomez. People have said no, they wouldn't. Sancho been stinging in the Premier League as well, but he has quality. The fact is, with Jadon Sancho, he's been treated disgustingly at Man United. Agreed. Eric Ten Hag absolutely hung him out to dry.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Go back to what you said about Yilmaz. He's played for Galatasaray for 3 seasons now, and 79 appearances, 10 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Can we cope with the back covering the 3-week shares missing with Kelly crafted by a right wing instead? We need another centre-back because the worst case scenario, we could end up with another injury at the back or a suspension. We don't want that. So we've got to be careful. That's why we're trying to go in for a centre-back in this window, whether it's Gay or could be someone else. Palace are pricing their players out of a move. Yep. Can't see Eze going anywhere in there. The thing is, hasn't Eze got a release clause, is he?
I don't think he has, mate, no.
Oh, he doesn't?
Nah, not as far as I know. Nah.
Yilmaz wouldn't be a handful. Palace don't need to sell, but the fact is, you know what Parish is like as well. He could want the money as well. Because again, he's a bit like our previous owner. And a lot of Palace fans have compared him to that. We could have made offers in the background, but have been knocked back, especially if we've gone for European players who are playing for clubs who have UEFA games or players who want UEFA football. Good point there, Ruffeed. We need a right winger on, says Nathan. Yeah, never mind Ten Hag. Sometimes as a non-elite club, you have to take chances on players. Yeah. Do you know what? If Sancho did come, I would give him a chance. He's just been treated disgustingly at Man United. He really's been hung out to dry by the manager. Remember Payet at West Ham? Or Dimitri Payet? He was a cracking player.
Yeah, only just.
All right, apparently Paul Mitchell didn't scout Yilmaz. He wasn't even into that's apparently been disproved. Okay, then. All right, then. Is Yilmaz much better than Miggy? Have we compared stats? I think he's a good player.
I mean, we haven't compared Yilmaz to Miggy, but trouble is, though, he does score a lot of goals, but he's a handful. Yilmaz, absolutely. Very, very handful.
Or Van der Veer at Spurs. See, those players are really knocked on now. Parrish says, I agree, Pete's slimy, but he is. And the way he's coming out in interviews about the whole gear deal is so unprofessional. Spanish Ports saying we have spoke to Boss about a loan move for Andres Christensen. Okay.
Probably from the Barca side, but I don't even want to come to Newcastle. I think he's happy where he is.
Whoever gave Almiron that new contract after a few fluke goals needs second. Honestly, that's absolutely screwed us over. We don't know who's given the new contract. It could have been Amanda, could have been Mirdad, could have been Darren Eales, could it have been Ashworth? God knows. But yeah. Not writing Mitchell off just yet. Same as well, Julie. I'm not writing him off yet. So Yilmaz would be a one. He was. He says Miggy was awesome in 2022-23, though. He was, but where's that gone? But then he says the wheels fell off. They have. He hasn't got a right foot. He won't try with his right foot. That's the problem.
It's the things of Miggy, right? I mean, people say he's got a lovely smile. That's not going to win us a trophy.
But that's not going to win you anything, Sean.
That. And we're not criticising him, not slandering him.
He's just not good enough for this club anymore. I mean, I said his last goal was against Fulham, and that was back at the end of 2023. We're now into August. We're now August 2024. Not far away from coming the end of it. Since then, he's had 0 assists and 0 goals in the Premier League since then. That is terrible for an attacking player of his calibre.
110%. And we need to move on from that now. Do you know what I mean? We can't mess about now. We have got to go out there, Pete, and start being serious and start getting proper players coming in. That is the thing.
Would prefer to get a cheap right winger and keep both Miggy and Murphy. We need depth into European change. Yeah,
that's possibly a fair shout, really.
Chiesa, Yilmaz, Madueke, and Buemo would work. Chiesa, he's just a player that's made of glass, unfortunately. And apparently, it sounds like he's having time off at Christmas, where he's normally been known to have it, because he's always injured then. But Yilmaz, Madueke, and Buemo would work. Possibly, yeah, and Buemo's cracking player. What he's like, Miggy, I've just read that. It's about to play with a smile, but yeah, I've just read that one. No, he was never awesome. Miggy has always been awful. He just runs a lot. Even under Ashley, he didn't stand out. It took him months to get a goal. That's a good point Jack's made as well. It did take him a while. And he gave everything, says Nick Knack. Yeah, but again, smiles on the face don't mean anything.
No, true.
If you're not delivering on the pitch. Sancho's wages are the issue, 250,000 per week, but if he took a pay cut, then Eddie would treat him much better than Ten Hag. I would see him playing as well as he did for Dortmund. Yeah, absolutely. Nah, Nick Knack's smile winds me up, says Jack. The worst part of Miggy is he doesn't like up, hence why 6 assists in the all-time he's been here since David. Yeah. Nathan says, seems like Dubravka's staying. He should be moved on. And apparently it looks like we're going to send Vlachodimos out on loan.
That doesn't make sense, does it? That doesn't make sense. I only bought him because of PSR. I mean, Elliot Anderson got Forrest got a better deal all round. Do you know what I mean? What's the point? Can you see Forrest loan that Elliot Anderson? I doubt it.
No, definitely not.
He'll play against us next week.
It's Chiesa, Santa. We need to build stables at St James's Park for the Rangers, says Ruffy died. Absolutely. Nico Williams has a release close to 52 million, but not go to Barcelona. They can't afford him, but his wages are 250 grand a week. Plus, I think he said the player actually wants to stay at Bilbao. He doesn't want to leave Bilbao.
I think he's on big money a week.
Man U would subsidise the wage. Surely they could do. Has Bonds played on the right wing?
Which Barnes? Barnes plays on the right wing. Which Barnes?
Yeah, Harvey Bonds. I don't think Harvey.
Yeah,
Bonds
no, he plays on the left. He can play on the right, but his best position's on the left.
Yeah, what the Peter? That's really flat out. Yeah, it looks like Vlachodimos is going out on loan again. It's a strange one, that one, because Dubravka should be shifted on.
They got it. I don't know what's going on the club in a minute, right? You know,
I don't know. I'd stick going on the right. Going on the right on the right, Bonds on the left myself, says Nick. Now, again, not a bad idea. But is Bonds more of a player that does well more off the bench than starting games, though? Because a lot of people see he's more better as an impact sub than he is as a starting 11.
If you're going to do that, right? I mean, play Gordon on the right and Harvey on the left. Do it in the Carling Cup game. Experience for the first 35 minutes.
Yep, Boston not offloading a player doesn't seem to stop them signing. Absolutely. Not worth showing Harmon, Bonds and Gordon. Gordon's better on the left and honestly Murphy is competent, says Jack. Yep. Murphy, there's still something within Jacob Murphy, there is. Trippier stays. So far, he could well be, but he might not be the first choice right back now because since Livramento started on Saturday. 20-minute keep out on loan sounds fishy to me, says Phil. That's a bit of a strange one because I thought we got new keepers in because Karius is gone, and I thought we thought Dubravka would be going as well. Bond should be good enough to start. I think Bond should be good enough to start. He does score goals, Bonds, as a winger.
He does. He scored 16 goals in one season.
Yeah, Target going to stay also until January anyway. That's a player we need to move on. Sending keep out paid 20 million out on loan is ridiculous. This is my point. We're going backwards, says Daz. It's a strange one, that one. What's the target this season for Newcastle? Top 6. Get back into Euro and try to win a trophy. That would be great this season. Hopefully we can do that.
I'd take top 6 all day, but get a trophy.
Harvey Bonds' whole game is quick 1-2 and cutting in on his right foot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is Phil. Right, the last player we're going to look at, because again, this player's been mentioned as well. And again, some people would say yes to this player. And of course, that is, Marawaki. John?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll take him. I mean, I'll just get it. It's come to a point now where you just get anyone, Pete. I think this guy would do well for us. I really do. I was direct. Yep. I think he can score goals as well. And you know what? I mean, he doesn't track back, but Eddie will sort out his attitude. That is the thing. What I like about him, I mean, yeah, he's left-footed. He can score with his right and more left-footed. He's not afraid to have a go. And I think this guy's going to be really good. But the latest I've heard that he wants to fight first place at Chelsea. Now, how true that is, I got no idea. But people could make up stories as well. We've got to wait and see. But I think this can go to the last day of the transfer window before you get this guy. But we need someone's going to come in and get this guy over. Get him in.
Absolutely.
Let's get anyone in.
Yep. Ruddy's signing has to be up there with one of the most pointless signings as well. I think he's third choice. John Ruddy. He's probably going to play in cup games against lower league teams. That's
I mean, the thing is, right, with the goalkeepers, right, I'll get into the point now. I'm going to be thinking, what's going on with the goalkeeper department? The Bracker should be on his way. Cool, yeah. No one ain't after him. He must be on a canny wage a week, 40k a week, I believe he's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing. 1 year left on his contract, right?
The guy's 35 years old.
Yeah, and no one don't want to touch him. This is a vacuum international. It'd be perfect for a club like, say, Ipswich, Southampton, and even Leicester. If they're looking for goalkeepers, go and price him away. He's a really good goalkeeper. Then you want to stay up. He's your guy. He's your goal-get guy. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, John.
You know what? Now we've got keepers now. I mean, Vlachodimos could be out on loan. John Ruddy, he's 37 years old, right? But if Nick Puck gets injured, I think we're buggered.
Hopefully that's not going to happen.
Hopefully
I know
not.
Vince, wants to buy Dubravka and the new keeper's probably on bigger wages, so we'll get those off the books for this season. Then when Dub scores, the new guy will be number 2. Yeah, could well be Vlachodimos. as well. But it's a bit strange to send him out on loan where we've just bought him.
Yeah, that is the thing. Or we're going to get a 10-point penalty. But if you wanted to give away Anderson, why did you not get Elanga? Why did you not get him?
See, he's a good player, Elanga. He's quick pace. Look how he out-stingy Dan Burn last season against the ball game. Nathan says, Murphy, more than good enough. We only gave Premier League and European places to focus on with Tonali to come back. Miggy's fine to keep. Willock and Gordon could also cover right wing, maybe centre-back as huge focus. I think that's a good point there, Nathan.
Yeah,
because plus a lot of our right centre-backs who are right-footed, it's only Fabian Schär, who's 32. Lascelles, 30, nearly 31, but is out injured, but is out for months.
Yeah.
And Kraft's more of a natural right back. Again, Kraft is now 30 years old as well.
Yeah.
So we need to start looking at very young right-footed centre-backs and right centre-backs as well. Madueke, I forgot about him. He was all right last season. I think he's a decent player, Madueke. Not big on him, not sure if it's the fraud problem, but maybe Eddie would sort him out. Yeah, possibly. Not getting in the team with Neto Felix Palmer. That could be it. He could be well down the pecking order of Chelsea since Chelsea have got those players in. Assessment, John Sinclair, Madueke on loan with an option to buy, says Pierre would be good. Ruddy is a fine signing, more of a coaching type one role, would assume. Yeah, I believe you could, considering his age and how long he's had a big career as well. We'd rather have Madueke than Mudryk all day long. Mudryk's I've not really been impressed with Mudryk since he's come to the Premier League.
Well, the thing is, right, when he was at Shakhtar Donetsk, he was the next big thing. He ripped Celtic apart that day in the Champions League from minute 1 to 90. And then when he came to Arsenal wanted him, and then Chelsea paid, 88 mil? I mean, Donetsk must be celebrating, saying, yo, I'll take 18 mil for this guy. Bosh. Big bath bosh.
Ruddy, no more than 50 to 20k a week, which is not relative to other Premier League signings. Yeah. If Pope gets injured, I'd rather have Dubravka in over Gillespie and Ruddy. But again, Dubravka still worries me.
It does. I mean, the back four doesn't trust him.
Defense don't trust him, do they? They definitely don't. Look how it showed last season. Are we stronger or weaker since losing Anderson, Minty, and signing Kelly Ossie to keepers? Hard to say at the moment. Really too hard to say.
Minty is going to be the next big thing. I mean, I've got people saying to us, like, Pete, right? I had people come up with us about last month and say, why am I worried? Why am I worried about losing Minty? We get money with him kicking the ball, yeah? And I said to someone, this guy's going to go to Brighton and he's going to absolutely beef up the attack.
See, we'd love to have kept Minty, but PSR is a right. Oh,
the other players,
and it's either that we could have kept him, or we could keep him, but other also face the consequences of breaking the rules.
And this PSR thing needs to be scrapped. Otherwise, the Premier League will not be a spending power any longer.
No, it wouldn't be.
It won't. Look at the players that we've lost. Conor Gallagher, right? Elise, right? Okay. There's other. I'll tell you what. If they lose to other players, like to German clubs, right, especially younger players to German clubs, right? Bobby Clark has gone to Salzburg for Liverpool, right? I'm telling someone no. If these young players keep going to like different leagues, like Italy, Spain, Germany, I tell you something, it would be a bad look for the Premier League because they're going to need the blame. You can't lose one of our owns abroad.
This is what's killing football. This PSR crap. It's absolute garbage, and it needs rid of.
Fully facts. And when are they going to learn? When's the Premier League's going to learn? They are absolutely crapping themselves now. Thinking, hold on a minute.
Hopefully they get found out. Hopefully they get found out.
Get rid of his masters. That guy, I'm sorry, is an arrogant, two-faced mutant.
You're saying people when they retire to become a coach? Yep, they do. Dubravka isn't the best, but he's much better than the other two.
Yeah.
The thing about Minty is he's never played for Newcastle. He hasn't. We would love to have got him a chance, but since PSR was our barrier and we were getting really clamped down on it, we had no choice. Anyone know if I can get a ticket or need to buy the membership back from work in a few weeks? You probably need a membership to try and go for the tickets, Nathan. Particularly for home games. That's why the owners were angry at Amanda because of Minty. But again, we had no choice. They've had to understand the situation. Do you really think we want to see us club take a points deduction? No, we wouldn't. Because not just that, the Premier League, because the Premier League and a lot of these media companies absolutely do not like us. They'd want to see the biggest punishment thrown at us. They would hope of lots and lots of points.
They
would love to see a lot of points taken away from us.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? If my cash is still all at the club, Steve is our manager, I can guarantee you now, and everyone in the chat, and everyone's watching this on Twitter, and everyone's watching on YouTube, the FFP PSR will not even be spoke about if it wasn't for our takeover.
It wasn't, no. And is it killing football, or is it giving lesser teams the opportunity to sign some quality players? It's killing football. It's really killing football. I think Ruddy's signing was, and for PSR plus precautionary in case of Dubs going, and for when Dubs goes at the end of the season. And Gary says FFP once gone as well, lads, says Gary.
Exactly.
As a fan, what do you want to see as a competitive league? Big teams holding up youth players doesn't provide that. No, we know it's a cartel. The Premier League has a cartel in place, and we know how it's protecting.
Yeah, and they got their own Super League. The Premier League said they didn't want a Super League, Pete.
Well, it may as well be. It feels like you may as well call it that because of how the Premier League is protecting.
Pete, I can't add anything to that, mate. You're
exactly.
Right.
We know how the cartel is. We know one of them is a team in Red and Salford. Look, they said they apparently failed PSR. And look what happens. Oh, they've got away with it.
Every time. Every time.
We have to protect the brand of PSR not working. European Super League will remerge. Yeah, that's remerge. Yep. Well, you're getting decent money for these players. Yep, we did. It was good. Do you know what? 30 million was too good to turn down. This 35 million for Anderson and 33 for Minty. Those were two good offers we couldn't turn down. There were reports that one of our sponsorship deals was delayed and that the Champions League money was supposed to be paid in June, but was delayed till July, resulting in the PSL gap. And again, who's that down to? The sodden Premier League. Dick Masters, Tricky Dicky. I hope he gets absolutely exposed.
Man City was supposed to marry.
But I'd rather City's youth players got a chance to play first team football than rot in the reserve, says Nick Knack. Yeah, absolutely. Did you hear about the dodgy payments for Willian? No, I've not heard anything about those.
Not at all, mate. Nah, not at all.
Absolutely not. No, I didn't hear anything about
this. I think he's off to Saudi, isn't he?
Stalling tactics, says Nathan. All right.
I'll tell you what it is, right? I hope Man City absolutely rip the Premier League apart for arbitration. Because I'll tell you one thing, if Man City wins that, it'd be embarrassing for the Premier League.
Absolutely, John, it will be. It certainly will be. Let the Super League happen and throw the cartel out of the Premier League, invite Celtic and Rangers, get Leeds back, etc., says Daz. Chelsea are in the shit for the Abramovich dodgy stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. They're going to get charged for dodgy secret signings as well.
Yep. The jump from the relegation clubs to top 8 is massive, and PSO is ruining chances of clubs like Burnley, Sheffield, a chance to even push up the league. Absolutely, they are. Them teams went straight back down. It's, yeah. I wonder, is Premier League will appeal if they lose? Could end up very messy. Could well do. How good did Savino look? Yes, he looked very good.
He was fantastic.
Leeds need to earn their way back. Well, they just missed out on it. So, and they're having to sell some players as well. They've lost some players as well, unfortunately. So there you go. But anyways, we have now come to the end of the show now. It's been a really, really good show. Really, really cracking as always. Thank you so much to everyone, John, for coming on for tonight. Of course, everyone that's popped up in the live chat on both, watching on both channels as well. Thank you so much. Mods as well. Really, really appreciate that as well. Been absolutely fantastic as always. John, what we got coming up on your channel?
First of all, Pete, thanks for having us on. And I know I'm not saying that, not just being factuals tonight, like as always, being honest as you know. And it's best to win. What have I got coming up? I've got nothing coming up yet in a minute. I've got to hold you a preview soon. I think that could be a Saturday for the match preview. And I think I might do one tomorrow with the Rural Mags if I get a comeback on them as well. So just wait and see what happens. I know people's asking us on the arms and that sort of thing. I think it's the green screen as
the
well.
Green screen, it could be. Yes, I think it is. It's shining right through it.
I know. I don't know what's happened there, but I'll see if I'll do my best tomorrow night anyway.
No problem, John.
But if you want to subscribe to my channel, there's my channel it's coming up now, which is John Sinclair TV. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. I do the vlogs as well. Do check out my latest vlogs as well, which I've done at the Stack, Newcastle, and also Match Day vlogs against Southampton on Saturday. And also Japan vlogs is also out as well. Do hit the like button as well. And just keep your eyes peeled on Twitter to see which shows I'm going to do in a week.
Nice one, John. So John Sinclair TV, if you haven't checked his channel out before, does some cracking stuff on there. He really does.
And also, Peter, as well, I'm going to do next week, if you're free next week, I'm going to do the Real Talk podcast as well. Again,
so I've just got the Newcastle Fans TV. I presume that is Lee, I'm guessing. He says, oh, John, who's your favourite Disney character?
Yes, that's Mr. Lawyer, and he is my guy. He's definitely my guy. I have to think. I'm going to have to go and think. Probably Disney itself, but I don't know. I think they're all good. They're all good. I think they're great.
Yay.
Big up to you, Lee. And I'll tell you what, he's been amazing in Japan. He's been amazing in Japan.
I have seen the content between you and him doing on both the channels as well. So I really appreciate that. Hey, there's Tony as well. Let's just pop them in there as well.
Big up to you.
So as I mentioned, we are going to start to wrap up the show, guys. So far, the next scheduled live show on this channel is so far Thursday night. That is the preview to Bournemouth away with myself and Mason. So Thursday night, 8 o'clock, we'll be doing that. Friday will be the Crazy Pennies Football live show. And Sunday, the game will be on. And there'll be a fan reaction show as well. Of course, where after the game, we will get people on and give their thoughts on the game as well. So there you are. But the place to go and watch, listen to commentary for the game is none other than Toon Review for the Match Day Lives. So that's that's the best place now to go to for the Match Day Lives as always. But of course, if you would like to come on the fan reaction show after the game and give your thoughts, that is completely fine as well. And of course, the Monday night will most likely be the match review show and the player rating show on. Well, I might actually, since it's a bank holiday Monday, I might try and I might do the match review and the player ratings on the same night. So we might do that both on Sunday as well. So
on Monday, I think.
Okay, so there we are. But anyway, guys, we'll just rattle through the comments as we go. Last season was anomaly, though. Unusual for pre-promoted topics. Pre-promoted teams to be completely garbage. Yeah, absolutely. Great stream, boys. Cheers, Nathan. Oil Lights will go for Ferran Torres for Barcelona or Nani. If we can't get Gay, then maybe Gomez. See, Ferran Torres, that was another name I didn't bring up. Never mind. Great show, chaps. Cheers, Nick Nack. They can't do that. So like we'll win the Premier League next season. You wish, Ian. Been a great show tonight, everyone. Come on, the Mighty Toon Army. Yes, so much, Lee. Cheers, Lee. Great show, guys. Cheers, Ian. What happened to John's arms? Were you in accident of the? No, it's John's green screen. I think it's probably a fade button. It's either too high or too low.
Yeah,
be one of the two as well. So they are. Night chat, cheers, Pete and John getting up. Cheers, that was Lee's comment. Great show, lies. Cheers, Daz as well. Bournemouth away, tough one. Long old trek too. Yep, particularly on a Sunday as well, with it being a 2 o'clock kickoff. Good night, all. Thanks for coming in the chat, people. Pre-match show on my channel. Yes, that's Tony's channel. It's all Black and White TV. So please do check out Tony's channel if you haven't already done so as well. He does come on his channel at times as well. So do check him out as well on It's All Black and White TV. Well then, guys, as I mentioned, if we are wrapping up now, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, guys, please do give us a thumbs up. That keeps us up those search results on YouTube. So please do remember to smash those likes. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and enjoy what goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And of course, remember to do it on John's channel, as this has been screen shared to his channel as well. And of course, please do hit that bell notification that does let you know whenever a live show or pre-recorded video does take place as well. So do hit that bell notification to make sure you do not miss anything that does go out channel as well. And of course, if you would like to give a donation to the channel as well, feel free to do so as well. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p a month. And if you are a member, you'll be put into a prize draw we do on the channel as well. So your chance to become of that, your chance, all you've got to do is become a member of the channel. So there you are. Nate, as always, Paul's no problem. Yeah, you'll have to watch it on rerun. Ryan, even John loves Corella de Veal. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Absolutely. Well, also do check out my Disney vlogs as well. There's one with the Disney Resort with myself, and there's one with me and Adam Pearson as well on the Disney Sea.
That's a nice one, John. Good stuff. Got the ticks in at least. That's good jobber. So we could stay up those results. Anyways, there's still a bit of time in this transfer. Let's not give up just yet. Hopefully, some more players will be walking through that door. So hopefully that is going to happen. Let's not give up just yet. There's still an opportunity to get more players through the door. That is for sure. Got my ticket for the last first game at London City Lionesses. Nice one, Tony. You did. That shit sits you, John. The third kit is brilliant. Well, do you know what? All the kits Adidas I've done for the season have been absolutely immense. And that's why I've got all three of them as well. So there you go. Well, and guys, until next show, we'll see you all later, everyone. Take care and all. Enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're going up to. And we'll see you all later, everyone. Take care, everyone. How with the lads?
With the lads, guys.
See you later, guys. Take care.